During our championship run, we went through a gauntlet of just great teams. Clemson in the ACC chip, a blow to UNLV team. Ohio State in the Rose Bowl where we combined for over 140 points. And of course, Georgia in the chip, which was a great game as well. Now it's time to say goodbye to some of our best players, starting with John Morris, our running back one who was truly a special guy. At only 87 speed, I didn't expect much out of him, but he continued to make play after play after play. My only issue with him was that he could never finish a game healthy. I don't know what his problem was at all. Then on defense, we're losing Jimmy Miles, who really won every single award that you could possibly win for a middle linebacker. Then of course, how could I forget about Colin Simmons, 95 overall, 5-star transfer recruit who changed our entire defense. He was not even close to as dominant as I want him to be, only like 12 or 13 sacks. But it doesn't matter, he's going round one. Shout out to him. You also have Jamison Dyer, who is threatening to leave for the second consecutive year. And once again, he decides to stay. I don't know what his deal is. But hey, now it's time for the offseason / transfer portal where we will find new players and new alumni to come to our squad. Starting with Donnell Merritt, 6'2", 176, 5-star gem. He would be our first regular 5-star. Now Dante Joe, who we're in a battle with against LSU. And 4-star tight end Malik Looney, who's not even in his top 5 yet. Then after them, you have 13 3-stars. We're gonna send 25 for every single one. In the portal, we're most looking to upgrade our cornerback spot. The slot was super bad this year. We can get 2 of them guys, that'll be fine. Right now, we're looking at Brian Nelson, the second, 89 speed, 4-star, he's solid. Then also Jalen Braxton, who's at 92 speed, 95 excel. He'd be a number 1 for us probably immediately. Now we're in the second week, and I'm not feeling good about Dante Joe or Merritt. We've been in their top 3 for months at this point, which usually means they're going to flip. This week in general just sucks for recruiting, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting locked out by 2 prospects. We're going down for a lot of people, I don't know why, pause. We just have to control what we can control, we can't do anything beyond that. So we're still filling out these hours for the guys that are going down. I don't know what we did wrong. We are being aggressive towards Braxton though. We sent him on a visit and we sent a 20 with all A+. We also sent D-tackle Tristan Johnson the same thing, a visit and a 20. In week 3, we officially lose Dante Joe and go down for a second for Donnell Merritt. I don't know what else we could have did, man. I'm gonna take away the 50 and I'm gonna do a 10 and a 40 with an A, and a B+. It won't work, but gotta try something. Then we also lose out on his left tackle and Brian Nelson. Mind you, we were first in interest for Brian Nelson. He wanted to go here first, bro. But no, besides them, we're not doing too shabby. We're back in first for Jalen Braxton. 5. Now it's time to continue to control what we can control and then max out in the final week. Finally, it's the last week of the portal. We lose out on Nate Havner. It's whatever, bro. Also get locked out of KJ Sampson and 4-star Rasheed Royster. Now we're in the most random battle ever with Colorado for Jalen Braxton. Since it's the final week, I'm gonna do the same thing I did in the Ohio series. Gonna take away all the hours and I'm gonna send a 50. Literally got every single recruit going after that year. That was special. I'm also gonna send some absolute Hail Marys on the last week. Gonna send a 50 to random 3-stars. Hopefully that works. Okay, now it's time for the moment of truth. With Jalen Durbin, QB, respect, Shaquem Allen, Max Beaver, punter, Iglesias, kicker, got Jalen Braxton, that's pretty fine, yes sir. Shaq Terrell, okay, another quarterback, the third one. Tyler Morris, solid. Malik Looney, 4-star, pretty cool. Rayola, Ben Black, needed some receivers, respect. Tyroop, Roski, Dunham, Ziegler. We're getting a lot of those Hail Mary 3-stars. And we get Brony Barnhart. As expected, we lose out on Donnell Merritt. I think the second we went after different corners, he was like, nah, I'm out. I always feel like we do horrible in recruiting, and I remember that no one's getting 5-stars. In the ACC, only Clemson and Florida got some. And Florida only got 1 and Clemson got 3. Now it's time for position changes, and we're kind of light at the center spot, so I'm gonna move one of these right guards over there. I'm also going to send new transfer Michael Roski to right tackle. And we have a lot of left ends, including true freshman Melvin Booth. Gonna move him to the right spot. The free safety spot is a little worse than I was expecting it to be also. Gotta move new transfer Ziegler onto that spot over there. Now we're good. Moving on to the training results. Marquise Wings now has an impact depth trait, and T. Wiley does as well. Key Nero's now at 92 overall with 98 throw power. Baxton's at 87 overall. At the wide receiver spot, Zen Escobar is now with 90. Hayward's at 85. Yates is at 85. Beach is at 85. Ben Black is at 85. We have this is the deepest room we've ever had a receiver this year. And Boo is now at 90 overall. Yes, sir. Jalen Braxton is now at 92 with 94 speed. One of the best corners in the nation. CC Johansson's at 86 overall with 96 speed. He's also crazy. We have a crazy corner tandem. And Malcolm Ziegler goes up 8 overalls and is 96 speed, 97 excel, 6'3", 202. That was a gem of a pickup. I don't know how we found him. We are now at 82 overall school, which means I can stop holding off this matchup that I've been holding off for the past 2 years. It's this Texas game on the road, but besides that, we have a pretty cool schedule. Also play Bam at the end of the year. That's gonna be fun. Now we're on to probably the worst stage in the season. We went after 17 recruits and I found 2 favorites. George Slovis, 6'6", 204. Yes, he's a bust, but who cares? He's 6'6", bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the worst case scenario for him is probably a tight end that can't block. He's 89 speed, 92 excel, 91 spec catch already with platinum 50-50. Who cares about the bust, bro? It doesn't matter. He reminds me of an old receiver that we had last year with the Charleston combustion. Shout out to them boys over there. And also vertical threat, Alex Seitz. He's a gem as well, bro. OC. Now it's week 1 and we're playing Pitt on the road. But before that, let me introduce y'all boys to some of our new key players. We got cornerback 1, JB, Jay Braxton, rocking the number 11 this year. We got Malcolm Ziegler, 6'3", 202, 96 speed, 97 bro. Melvin Booth, 4-star, true freshman. We have a free safety starting at slot corner for us this year, 6'2", 196, Jordan Ayers Jr. This is Brody Barnhart, one of our new transfers, is going to be a starting sub linebacker for us. We have Jalen Sanders Jr., 2-star. Then how could I forget about 87 overall, 3-star, new transfer wide receiver, Ben Black. He has platinum 360 and bronze cutter. Crazy player. I didn't think he would be this good, but them 3-star transfers are where it's at, bro. I promise you. But with that, we now have 3 84 overalls and 1 85 overall. You don't have a clear number 2 at all. Beach, Yates, Hayward, and Black, they're all going to have to play equally somehow. So once again, I gotta get into my formation subs bag and cook something up, man. And it is imperative that I do it correctly. For example, Keith Yates, 6'2" contested specialist. You cannot play in the slot, bro. You are playing on the outside purely. Ofisa Beach with platinum cutter now and gold double dip. Twin, you are playing in the slot most times. Same with AJ Hayward, he's also a route artist who's going to play in the slot. He has to. Now Ben Black has inside, outside versatility. He's not an OC route runner or really too crazy anywhere. He's just super duper solid, so he can play inside, outside. Then of course you have Zen, and Zen can do whatever he wants. He can play wherever he wants. He is literally the best. He's like Michael Jordan. Just do whatever you want, bro. We are finally in the building for our first game of the season versus a rival in Pitt. This rivalry goes back to, well, last year on 25, where they won some, we won some. It was a fun rivalry. But this year, it's been all UGK, and today, it should stay that way. We get to an early 3rd down, and Brian Mbugwa makes the stop and forces a punt. Great job, defense. On our first drive, we hand it off to Joe Baxton. He has a wide open lane for a 1st down here. On the next play, they leave Trey Wallace wide open on this drag, and he has a lot of space to roam. Spin move there. Didn't work well, but hey, a 1st down. They're only rushing 3, so we have all day in the pocket, man. Could have tried to struggle up the middle there, but nah. Motion up Jackson Griffin here. He is wide open down the sideline. Great catch, my boy. Now we're inching towards the goal line. I get in, man. See AJ Hayward here, and that is a touchdown. The first touchdown of season 3 of my UGK Rockstars, man. Let's go. This is the best offense of this series so far. Have a star quarterback, a star receiver, and a star running back. Not even to mention a whole bunch of depth behind that star receiver and running back, and then still have a superstar at tight end and Trey Wallace, bro. Nasty. The defense is still hooping. 3rd and 12 here. They get in, man. Jordan Ayers does get cooked here, but it doesn't matter. He's short of the sticks, man. Punt the ball. Now Pitt's getting in, man, a lot early in this game, and I was expecting it here, but I wasn't expecting Zen to stay inside, bro. That was tough. This is my fault. I can't throw this ball. Duh. But in real life, bro, I feel like if you have this much space on the outside, why are you creeping towards the safety instead of going to all this open space to the left here? You're 96 speed. If you catch this ball anywhere on the outside, you're to the crib. You're gone. We're getting in zone here on 2nd and 6. 4-man rush as well. And Cortland Mixon makes a play and gets a sack, a 6-yard loss. Defense ended up forcing 3. Now we're back on our drive. It is 3rd and 8. And Key has to roll out. There isn't really anything viable for a 1st down. Then we had play action on the 2nd play, and both edges get to the quarterback here. That was a bad rep from the O-line. We're now at a 3rd and 20. We sent 4 verse. There is no QB spot, so Key has all day. He has a lot of room to run. What a play. Yes, sir. Per usual, we're passing the ball a lot. See Ben Black here down the sideline. Another great throw. Key is flushed out of the pocket here on 1st and 10 after that D-tackle made an amazing play, but now he has a lot of room to run on the left side here for a 1st down. Looking for Hayward here on this out route one-on-one, and he makes the worst play on the ball maybe of all time. He like spins before the ball is even there. It was super weird. I'm not sure what he's up to these days. 3rd down didn't go well either. We're too far out to go for, so we just took 3. Up by 7 again. We rushed 3 on 2nd and 10. That was probably a bad idea, as this guy has forever in the pocket, leaving this guy wide open. Eventually jukes Johansson, and that's a nice play. The D is still balling overall as Ayers and Wings combine for a TFL here on 1st down. 4-yard loss. Now we have play action on 3rd and 5, and they're trying Brody Barnhart, but we're not going for that, man. Incomplete, take 3 again. I feel like it's getting to the point in the game to where we have to make a difference on offense, and Joe Bagson understands that sentiment as he makes a play here. So far, Pitt has zero answer for us as an offense. Keaton on his read option, cut up the field here, and he could have been gone if he didn't get tripped up by Zen. Now at the 2-yard line, and Joe Bagson jukes into the end zone for our 2nd touchdown of the day, increasing the lead to now 11 points. This is a huge drop before the half for Pitt, and the defense responds well. A TFL on 1st down, give up 7 on 2nd and 12, then a forced incompletion by CC Johansson on 3rd to force a punt. Beautiful drive. And that puts our offense in an amazing position as we start the 37-yard line. My guy has a lot of time in the pocket. Have somebody come down here, and this is a dot to Zen Escobar. Sadly though, the drive ends horribly. Flush out to the right here, throw it up, and that is a pick. An amazing pick that is, but still a pick. Now we all love Key to death. That's our guy. But he's not going to reach his full potential as a Heisman level, all-time great, 1st round draft pick kind of a guy until he just stops the turnovers, bro. Simple, that's all it is. Just the turnovers just kill the offense. It's killing his stock too. We get the ball to start the half here, so thankfully he can right his own wrongs, man. We find Zen down the field here for an 80-something yard touchdown. Great play. That's a play that we needed. We needed a confidence boost for not only Key, but for the whole offense, man. Let's keep riding this high that we're on. The defense continues to be dominant. 3rd and 3 here, play action, one-on-one with JB. Jalen Braxton, he forces an incompletion down the field. Great play. We're up 18 in a 3-score game. Now it's your time to chew the clock, make safe passes. Just like this screen here, Jackson Griffin for a 1st down. I suppose Pitt is expecting the same thing as they leave Zen wide open here for another touchdown. This time for 70-something yards. Now that we're up a billion, man, we can just yap, I ain't gonna lie. Putting Zen in the slot has opened up our offense a lot. And I'm wondering, should I put my guy Raheem Khaled in the slot in the Ohio series, bro? Would that also open up some things, or would that just clog up the slot for Emery and Bulaga? Who knows? As you may or may not know, once you're up by a certain amount of points, the CPU offense starts to lock in randomly. And they do that on this drive. They just shoot up the field. Ended up finding their tight end on this corner route for a touchdown. Only up by 18 now, but I think it might be a little bit too late. As Zen responds with a huge play of his own, gets to the outside here, and he is gone. 96 speed in showcase. Stiff arm dude here. Easy play. We're having a perfect game, and this play right here continues that. A Marquise Wing strip sack and a Sanders touchdown. GG's. Zen Escobar starts the year off with 226 yards and 3 touchdowns. Keener had a solid day. Those 2 picks were really rough, but besides that, he was really perfect. We ran the ball pretty efficient also. On defense, we had 3 sacks and no picks. They just played really solid. Now we have a game that I've ducked for the past 2 years. We're going on the road against Texas. And to also add more games and videos in the future, we're going down 1 minute to 4 minutes now. Let's lock in. Texas has not played comp at all so far this year, but everyone they've played, well, UTEP and New Mexico State, they've given buckets. Obviously, our defense is going to perform much better than those defenses are, and our offense was actually going to put pressure on their offense to continue to score points. Let's lock in for our first matchup against Texas, man. On our first drive is 3rd and 5, and we see Trey here for a 1st down. Nice play. This crowd's going to be insane all game long, so that means no audibles, got to call plays correctly the first time. See Tyroop here, and he gets a 1st down for us. On the next play, the D-line does some kind of a stunt, so we have the left side wide open here for a rush. Number 15 is very fast, by the way. We didn't get a 1st down here, though, so we have to get Jackson Griffin, who runs over that D-line and gets a 1st down for us. Once again, the D-line gives up contain really early in the play, so we roll out to the right, and we have Trey wide open on the sideline here. After some nice plays, the Texas defense locks in, but their overall is definitely showing here on this drive. They force us to take 3. The QB for Texas is literally Walter White, bro. And he was dominant last week. Now it's time to go against the best offense in the nation. They start with an immediate first down run. They have play action for Eisenberg here on 1st and 10, and 2 just walks past Ayers there, I guess, first down. We're only rushing 3 here on 2nd and 12. He sees his guy, who is one of 3 star receivers, by the way, gets past him, and another big game for this offense. We send pressure on 2nd and 11, and we get a sack on Heisenberg. Thank you, man, forcing a 3rd and long here. The situation does not seem to matter for Walter White. He finds 17 here again, and this is a touchdown. This offense is real. Yeah, play action here on 1st and 10. Nothing open initially, so I look for Zen on this playmaker, but dude throws the ball in the air, just lollipops it, and 15 picks it off. Then, of course, he throws off my linebacker and scores on the very next play. We're down 11 in Texas. On our next drive, we find Trey on 2 consecutive plays for a first down. It's the 2nd quarter now. You can already get the feeling that if we don't score on this drive, the game could be over. Gotta outrun this DN and see Zen wide open on the sideline. Tough catch, tough throw. The offense is heating up a little bit now. I see Trey here again for the 3rd catch on this drive for another first down. Even with that feeling, this defense is still elite, bro, so they're going to make plays. They get in man, and no one's really getting separation early in the play. Got A.J. Howard, and he breaks the tackle, spins off, and gets 8 yards. Then they leave Zen wide open in the slot for a free first here. After a pretty long drive, it's 3rd and goal here. Key beats the angle to the outside. He scores the first touchdown for UGK today. The way that Texas offense looks, you might need a lot more than that, but this is a good start. We send the crib on this 3rd and 3, but CeCe Johansson gets burnt by 7, and he cribs it a 77-yard touchdown, bro. Mind you, CeCe Johansson is 96 speed. For him to completely outrun him like that is crazy. Now for the offense, it's just time for them boys to trust in the defense. Continue to score as many points as you can possibly score, and just hope they can get a stop eventually. It's a tough run by Key. The last thing we should do, though, is throw a pass that's obviously not open and give away a free touchdown for the defense. We have one last 2-minute drill before the half ends. See Zen wide open here. I don't know how we got this open, but this is a nice catch. At this point, being down this much, you got to try something at some point. Key Yates. 6'2", contested specialist, crazy word. Our depth is insane this year. Key Yates would have been a number 2 in any other season. This year he's a number 4 option. Tries to go for 2 to cut it down to a 10-point game. They give us forever in the pocket. Key's running for his life right here, but the coverage is unreal, and we throw an interception. 3rd down once again. We make the same mistake, leaving guys one-on-one. Ayers gets burnt, and they have 35 points in the first half. I thought it would be the last 2-minute drill, but I guess not. May have one more out here, I guess. Rolling out to the left here. Jackson Griffin go up the field, or this is Joe Baxton. Tough catch though. The sad thing about this lead is that we're finding out how to beat this Texas defense, bro. Just hold on in the pocket and find the open guy, because that rush really is not going to get there too often. We like to go for 2 again. We have Joe Baxton on this drag route to make the lead now 11. Texas gets the ball at half. If we don't get a stop here on this first drive, the game is over. On the first drive of the second half, the defense finally makes a stand and forces a 4-yard loss here. It's 3rd and 9, and we only rush 3, so naturally we get no pressure. I have to pick between this in route or that curl. I pick the curl, and he finds him right there for a first. We get in man this time. It's play action. We have everything locked up, including this play over the top, and my guy Malcolm Ziegler makes a play. Now it's time for us to walk these guys down, man. Down 11 in the second half, make a play and get this game back in our favor. On the next play, they lose contain once again. This D-line is really unathletic. See Visa Beach here. He cribs it, man. A 35-yard touchdown. If we just didn't have turnovers, we would be in the driver's seat of this game. This D-line is like super slow. We find Joe Baxton here to cut the lead to 3 points. Now it's all on the defense. For the Longhorns' first play, they call play action, and they send 17 deep, and he runs past both of our DBs and down 10. Wow. Ayers has been getting cooked so bad today. I'm just wondering, should we just change Ziegler to a slot corner, bro? He is 6'3", 96 speed. He would be a 90 overall slot, bro. Something to think about for sure. You have to wonder if all this offensive scoring is for naught, man. Would the defense ever help us out and get a single stop, man? That's the thinking of a quarterback, 1000%. But from my head, I'm like, bro, you threw the ball away 2 times, dog. Without those 2 interceptions, we would be winning right now. It's 3rd down here, and we do not by any means want a field goal. We want a touchdown, bro. So going for it here is really the only option. Give it to Jackson Griffin. Had the lane open there, would be bumped by Roop, and They capitalized off of it, man. Turnover on downs. We knew coming in that this offense was special, bro. We just made it too easy for them all day long. 3 extra possessions to a team that scored 55 the week before. You just can't do that, man. We did exactly that, and that's why we're losing right now. The defense does end up forcing 3, which leaves a door open for a potential comeback if we can score 2 touchdowns. We're at a 3rd and 5 early in this drive on our own field, man, and we see Zen here on this drive, and he makes a play with a block by Keed, by the way, 1st down. We're now at a 4th and 6 with 2 minutes left in the game. If we don't get this play, it's over. But Zen does get it though, barely. 1st down. On the next one they call, man, they have Zen one-on-one in the slot and he mosses Buddy for a touchdown. We can't dwell on this too much though. We're still down by points and we still need the defense to get a stop. But look at Key's reaction to that play. He knows he's that guy. Just stop turning the ball over and you will be the coolest player of all time, bro. Please. Once again, it's all on the defense and they get a stop on 1st and 10. Let's go. We elect to blitz on 2nd and 11 and we get there. Sanders again. We let it go to the 2-minute warning. We only have 1 timeout. If we don't get a stop here, the game is OV. We're getting in a cover 4 deep zone. We're going to QB spot one of these D linemen. Make sure Walter White does not get out of the pocket. It's on the coverage to make a play, and Ben Black does that for some reason and leaves him open. Number 2 takes a number 2 on us. Yeah, that was a nice play. That play makes it hard for us to score, really, man. We get the ball back with about 20 seconds here after this punt. It's not looking good. We're down to 1 final play of the game. Keed Yates one-on-one. You did it before. Can you do it one more time? No. And that's it, man. That's it. A truly heartbreaking loss. We were so close coming back, but we just did not have enough. Those 3 turnovers really ruined the game for us, man. Walter White only missed 2 passes. He was legendary. Key had 2 picks, had another good completion percentage, but just wasn't enough. Zen Escobar, Trey Wallace, Ofisa Beach, and Key Yates all had touchdowns. Once again, it wasn't enough. Had 3 sacks and even had an interception by a new transfer, Malcolm Ziegler, but for the 3rd time, wasn't enough. I feel like games like this should truly usher in potential culture changes within the organization. And the way Neat the Red does things, that means new swag. So Key Nero, you need an update, my boy. This looks decent. I'm rocking with it for sure. Zen Escobar, you too. You wearing number 7? Put on some 7s as well. And then Joe Paxton, you too. You have absolutely no swag on the field though, so you need some. Now next time we have another rivalry game against Cincinnati at the crib. That's gonna be a fun game. Make sure y'all boys tune in for that. And until then, it's been your boy Neat the Red, and I'm out, man. I'm out.